Shalom, Rabba, and shalom to your Napash family. I pray everyone is well. And earlier on, we were talking about healing. So I'm a person that's very deeply passionate about healing, and it is one of my gifts. And we say to the Rabba, we BaRUK-YaHUH for that. Now, something that I wanted to bring into the fold, into us as well in the house, is the importance of the word. So when we look at Psalm 119, verse 105, it says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." So it is like a torch because it is dark, and without this torch, I'm going to stumble. I'm going to fall because I do not know where I am or where am I walking at. Hallelujah. The importance of the word. And that is why I thought, okay, let me quickly draft that picture of a man speaking symbolizes RaPha for us to have an understanding. Because we have to note what happened in the beginning. It's disorderliness, it's chaos, but then it is the word of YaHUaH that comes, and in the midst of this chaos, in the midst of this unrest or disorderliness, or even sickness or disease, he brings ease, he brings rest, he brings order. And let there be light, and light became. So this also, the process when it happened, he was trumpeting. And that is what I want to get at for us to understand what healing is about. Trumpeting. So meaning that sometimes I'm not saying don't pray in silence, because in some other instances you are unable to speak. But when you are facing the enemy, it is when two people maybe you hear them screaming and yelling at each other that can catch your attention, if you understand what I mean. But if they were just to do it nicely and softly, you wouldn't even be aware. So my point is, there's a matter that needs to be addressed. There's a situation that is in a form of darkness that may be part of your life. So anything that we want to address that is a stumbling block, find a place where you can go and shout, where you can be able to address that situation. Trumpet. That is what the word alap means, because this is a mighty elephant and it is trumpeting. And when it trumpets in the jungle, everything shakes. Everything shakes. And that is the meaning of pala. Because pala in Setswana language, it's a whistle. It's that blowing. You see, an alap, pala, same thing. It's just the reverse. But when we're doing it in silence, we're praying for people or whatever, or some disorderliness, and we just become nice. We're not taking it by force. The enemy has got to know that he has got to flee. The demons have got to shake to say, yo, hey, we've never seen the side of BaRUK-YaHUH. Hey, let's rather leave. But every time, if I'm pampering them, if I'm playing with them. Will they ever hear? No, because every time it's like, it's kids' laughs. But this is a battle. And that's what we ought to know and to understand, to say, in the beginning, he opened the bar. You see, the head, the chief, the one who is in charge, opened the mouth. In the midst of chaos, in the midst of disorderliness, in the midst of unrest, everything took its place. And there was quietness. And that's now how this language is so powerful, even to direct us on how we should do things. That's the power of the Ibarilashun. That it's precise. So it's not like at times we will be soft because, let's say, in my neighborhood where I stay, I'm unable to scream because they would send security knocking at the door. The neighbors would be complaining. But then when I want to do that, I go by the seaside. I go by the mountain. Then I can scream my lungs out nicely and address the situation. Hallelujah. I thought I should share with you. Tudaraba. Shalom, shalom.